Welcome back, fellow fans of Clash of Clans, or if it is your first time here, thank you guys so much for stopping by. We're talking about by just one building, and I have to preface this episode by saying, hey, the giveaway is still going on. If you guys want to get in on it, check down in the description the link. Costs nothing to enter, and you have a chance at two $25 gift cards. Going to raise that up to 3 or 4, depending upon how many retweets we end up with on Twitter. In the meantime, let's move on to a couple of players who, I don't know how else to say this, they basically own my soul, okay? Lipke from Rejects. This guy, I really think my record against this guy is like 0-49. Time and time again, there are certain players that I run into that I just can't seem to beat. And this is one of the 2 or 3 that just seem to have my number. And for some reason, every time I see his name, I just start to get tense. I figure this isn't going to go well. And, well, right here, we're taking a look at Lipke's attack on me first. And a seriously well-executed bomb barch. And you can see he's waiting for the archers here. He's cleared every structure down to the crusher. And next come in the archers. Now watch this carefully. Great strategy here. Sending in the archers. And now, before the archer's cloak expires, he drops in the battle machine. That is going to distract the multi-mortar. In come the barbs from the top. They distract the roaster. That enables those archers to stay up, at least a few of them to stay up longer and put out tons of DPS in the meantime. The barbarians also distracted the giant cannon. It finally gets a shot off on the hero right there, but not until Lipke's got 2 stars on my base, and now he's just working on those outer structures. He still has 5 more archers for the late round pickoff, grabbing those lower hit point structures, and sure enough, Lipke with another solid 2-star on my base ends up with a 66% 2-star. But the story isn't over because Galadon has to try to come back, and doing my best against Lipke's slightly unusual base, I throw in, well, maybe it's not quite as advanced, not quite as technical as Lipke's beautiful bomb barge, okay? It's a bit of a spam drop minion, but, you know, I'm careful about where I drop the minions and where I put the drop ships. Works out pretty well. Lipke's base is protecting. Look how far the roaster is. The roaster is really not even part of the equation right here, and I think that's probably what helped me get through so many structures on the left-hand side, is the roaster was never a factor. You can see we didn't get through the air bombs. That's not always critical with these style attacks. We got the builder hall down, and we're just passing the 2nd star, but remember, Lipke had 66% on my base. We're closing in, but we're not there yet. Yes, luckily I saved a pair of beta minions for the very end of this attack, and now I'm trying to decide. This was a mistake. That minion, I should have waited until I dropped the battle machine, because notice the long-range archer tower, of course, is going to take it out. It only gets 1 structure. So I learned from my mistake, and this time we drop the battle machine, don't hit the ability, and then drop the minion. Now that is going to mean the battle machine is going to stall on this big old maxed out wall for a long time, and that's going to let the minion get through extra structures because the minion is out of range of those firecrackers and the air bombs. The archer tower successfully distracted by the battle machine, and there we go. 61. We need to get to 66 to tie. 1 more structure. There it is, and for the win, shockingly, we somehow managed to beat Lipke, and we do it by 1 building. The magic number, 69%, and we win 69-66. My record against Lipke, now 1-49. All right, let's move on to another player who absolutely has my number, and his name, well, some people in my clan call him Numbers. I prefer to call him Countdown, okay? I think Countdown's a much more appropriate name for 987654321. So, as he's counting down to start this attack, you'll notice I'm using the same base. This base, well, it does okay, but it does absolutely get destroyed by 2 attacks. It's a bomb barb with giants from the top left with carts, and bottom right drop minion. But here, Countdown is coming from the bottom, taking a page from the strategy book about slicing the pie. Notice that both of the crushers are going to be on the far side of the builder hall. He just needs to protect the bombers long enough to get that interior wall down. Sure enough, as he drops the 3rd bomber right here, it goes right after that wall, and now open the floodgates. The barbs can run right in. The bombers are still alive, as a matter of fact. The double cannon's doing a great job right here, but not going to stop the battle machine and the barbarians as they move their way in. The giant cannon tries to help out right here, and there goes the first star, only 22% damage, but now Countdown can move to those outer structures. There's like 15% free damage around the outside. Then notice the last bomber opens up the top of my base. Not good for me. And in rush the last of the barbarians, and Countdown with another solid attack, but not unbeatable, as Countdown wraps it up with a 64% 2-star attack. So yes, we're going to show my attack on Countdown's base. You guys might remember him from a previous episode. I stole his base to get to my personal best. Maybe we won't steal this base. So once again, going with dropships and minions. In come the minions, in go the dropships, 2 in the center, trying to get to those air bombs. And check out the mine on the left right there. Oh man, that was like 4, 5, 6 minions go down to that big mine. And right there, I really felt like I was in a lot of trouble, except these 2 dropships are going to last long enough. They're going to tank that roaster, and they let those minions get in there and get the builder hall out of the way. And just as critically, getting the giant cannon out of the way. It is a close call, but they get the job done. And again, the core is clear. Really, the 2 key structures in the core of a base like this, if you're going late battle machine, are obviously the builder hall and the giant cannon, and then ideally one of the crushers. Now in this base, the bottom crusher is gone, the top crusher is still there, but I figured this was the best approach to try to get through maybe half a dozen structures. We are at 50%, 53, in comes this minion, but right here, bottom of the screen, check out the minion that takes out the roaster. That, right there, that ends up being the key to this victory, getting that roaster out of the way. I probably should pay more attention to which buildings are badly damaged, but that was absolutely clutch. Now the clutch battle machine is going to grab the clock tower for 66%. And once again, and these attacks came back to back, you guys, these battles back to back, I beat Countdown by 1 structure. Now, this one is a little bit of a bonus material. For the last 3 days, I've heard nothing but, how do I beat Piglet's base? How do I beat Piglet's base? How do I beat Piglet's base in the clan full night attack? Seriously, every time I log on, somebody is complaining about how to beat Piglet's base. And the funny thing is every time I hear it, I say, who's Piglet? Who's Piglet? And they're like, oh, he's in some Asian clan. Well, I don't know what clan that is, and obviously nobody knows how to type those characters in my clan. So for days, I had no idea who the heck Piglet is or why his base is so hard. Well, now I know who Piglet is. I still don't know why his base is so hard. So his base set up really similar to mine, with that set of air bombs that's too close to the edge, makes it vulnerable to this attack. My favorite attack right now, drop minion. And as you can see, one more time, we've got the builder hall down, giant cannon down, one of the 2 crushers, 61% damage, and time to run in with the battle machine. Now this was a tough call. I really was thinking it looks like I can only get 4 structures from any direction. You can see the stronger walls on the left. I could get the 2 on the outside. To the right of the crusher, we've got 4 exposed defenses. Above the crusher, where I decided to come from, we've got 4, maybe 5, if for some reason the battle machine decides to go after that barracks on the far left-hand side before it comes back in after the crusher. So at 61%, we get through the gold storage for 64. These camps easy, but it's going to be that elixir storage that's going to stall me. And then where does the battle machine head after that? We pretty much figured it was going to go for the crusher, but there was this small chance that it might veer off to its right and go after the barracks. No such luck. It goes to the crusher, but this is a 72% 2-star against Piglet's base. There is your answer, everybody, but unfortunately, Piglet's attacks just as good as his defenses, and he ties me 72-72. Alright, so one building oftentimes is the difference between a win and a loss, but as we show Flo destroying my semi-troll, this was the thumbnail base, of the one camp being protected in the very middle, I'm asking you guys to come up with those troll bases one more time. It's about time to come up with a new troll base, a base that is maybe impossible or almost impossible to destroy. I would like to run a little competition. I'm asking the players in Full Night Attack to do the same. If you guys come up with one, let me know. Join another FNA clan and challenge the clan members there. And maybe your troll base will end up in a future video. There is that last structure. Not going to happen this time. Flo takes it down for the 3-star. Thank you guys. As always, make sure that you check out that giveaway down below in the comments. Make sure you check me out live streaming. Make sure, above all else, that you're kind to other people. Be positive, be optimistic, don't worry, have a great day, and of course, as always, come back again tomorrow for more Full Attacks.